Okay, just showing you guys what I'm kind of working on today. This is a knife that was made for a gentleman at work by one of his neighbor. Like a 12-year-old neighbor kid forged this knife out of a ball bearing. He brought it to me. It really didn't have an edge on it. So what I did is I used my Ken Onion on 22.5 degrees, and then I just kind of formed an edge. It was really missing a point, so I did get a point on it. I did clean up the back side of it. This is a Tang knife that it is brass pinned in here, and it is epoxied as well inside there. The only thing I don't want to kind of change the knife in any manner. I just want to put an edge on it because this is something that's got a lot of sentimental value in it. They're going to go hunting together this year for whitetail, and the guy at work actually wants to take this knife and use it while he's hunting with the young gentleman who made this for him, which I think is pretty special. I think it's special that he asked me to put an edge on it. You know, I was more than happy to help it. He brought it in. He's like, "Hey, you want a project?" So yeah, hell, I'll tackle it. I don't care. Gives me something to do, something to make a video on, and it's something that's pretty significant. That young gentleman will only get better at making stuff. So yeah, look at that. I mean, hand forged. What I did is I got the marker on there. I've got it on 25 degrees. So I'm kind of chasing the Sharpie until I get all that Sharpie off there and start getting birds kicked up on both sides. But yeah, I just kind of use that to form an edge, and then I'm using this to actually put a V-edge on it, because I have a feeling that's how he's going to sharpen it once he, once he has this. So I don't want to use like a Ken Onion or a convex edge, or put a convex edge on it, because that isn't for everybody, especially anyone who's new or doesn't sharpen a lot. So I think this will be right up his alley. So stay tuned. All right, so I've got it where it's burred up on both sides. So I don't know how good you'll be able to see it. The lighting in this garage is just... So we went from no edge at all to this right here, no point. That was completely rounded like a dang basketball. But hey, you know what? That done a lot better than I would have done, because I wouldn't even tried it. I buy my knives already made. You got to give it to this kid. Put this together, forged this probably in his garage. Probably just, his dad probably said, "Hey, there's a ball bearing, get after it." And he went out there and got after it. While most kids are inside playing goddamn video games or whatever they do. Hell, most adults do that these days. So, hey man, I'm more than happy to do this. This is awesome. So what we've done is we've moved on to the 600 grit. I had the 320, we got burrs on both sides, chased them down, and now we're just moving to the 600. Need to polish the edge really good, get it slick. So we'll be working on that probably for the next hour. All right, now we've moved on to the fine Arkansas stone. You can see she's starting to polish up a little bit. It'll get pretty bright. I'm just gonna take the strops to it. Take the 12,000 grit. I won't use the 3M lapping films on this. I think I just want to strop it and get it where it's hair popping sharp with that. And it's time to go deer hunting almost. All right, so I took us to the Arkansas stone. I don't know, I think it's like probably 1,000 grit, I'm guessing, on the precision adjust. Again, homemade knife. I mean, she's pretty sharp. So I'm just gonna keep hitting it on this for a little bit and see what happens. Okay, so I got done with the stone, and this is before we take any strops to it. So again, this is a homemade knife that I think a 12-year-old boy had made for a guy at work. So by God, we're gonna make her work for him. Hell yeah. Hang tight, we're gonna start stropping in a second. All right, so we just hit the black so far. Let's see what it'll do. She cuts, boys, she cuts. We'll just keep progressing through this. So once I hit the green and the white, I'll get back with you as well. But I think this is going to be okay to, we're going to be okay to field dress and quarter a deer with this, I'd say. I think we'll be fine. Well, not me, but the guy that's going to use it. So, yeah. Just keep on hanging in there. Okay, so we hit it with the 6,000 on the green here for a little while. She is getting somewhat kind of shined up a little bit. I mean, starting from nothing. So, yeah. I mean, it's coming along. Alright, we're going to see if it'll take some hair off. I mean, I don't know if well, you can see I don't have much hair on my arm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Takes her right off there. Takes her right off there. So, yeah. In there FaceTiming with my granddaughter. Eating some dinner and FaceTiming with her. Get to go see her here next week, so that'll be a good time. So I'm going to try to get some videos up and going. That way I can just put them on, have them uploaded and have YouTube. They'll, I can just set what day and time for them to come out, and I won't have to worry about it while I'm gone. So yeah. All right, we're gonna now move to the. Let's see. The old 12,000 out. Again, use a clean paper towel. Some bitch is sharp, so we'll get a clean one to do our testing with. It's kind of very similar to like a drop point hunter. You can see how the kind of got the drop point here, so it's not quite bushcraft style, but it is more of a drop point hunter type. And you know, if a goddamn Native American can take a rock, piece of stone, take that rock and chip that stone, and take that chipped stone, shoot it, throw it, stab it into a buffalo, and then use another piece of chipped stone to process that buffalo, I think this right here will be just fine. So we think about everyone's got to have the latest and greatest. I need a knife. It's in Magna Cut with the 6-inch blade, and you know, freaking 3/8 of an inch thick, and all this stuff, and you know, actually not 3/8, say like a 1/4 inch thick, like a Bravo 1. And you think about what Native Americans were on this land for how long, using what to do what. Yeah, we're a little spoiled these days. So you gotta think, this kid made this in the garage and it'll work just fine. It'll work just fine. Especially if you're just skinning a whitetail. I mean, you're not gonna be putting a ton of pressure and prying and stuff like that. Just getting through the groin area is the hardest part when you're doing that, so. Ooh, it's hair popping sharp. The hairs are just jumping off my arm. I don't know if that's picking up on the camera, but again, this is 12,000 grit, so it's working pretty good. Working pretty good. Okay, so I think this is as far as I'm gonna push this. I mean, that's pretty decent. That is pretty decent. So I don't know if this arm has more hair on it because I'm right-handed. So every time I sharpen, I whittle on my left arm. So let's see if I can shave some off the opposite arm here. See if you guys can see this. So yeah, Nice and bald. Trimmed her right up, boys. Trimmed her right up. So, if you can see that. It's pretty sharp. So, I think this is going to be good enough. I think this is where I'm going to end this project. I was out buying a knife tonight off of my buddy at the flea market, and he's got a bunch of aftermarket sheaths. So what I'm going to try to do is, you know, it came with this, but I'm going to go tomorrow or maybe Sunday, and he's got a whole basket full of just old used sheaths, and I'm going to take this knife and see if I can find one that'll work for this actual application. So yeah. Oh, we're catching. So yeah, run her through here a couple times, like so. Clean her off. A lot of times we get that compound and skin and stuff and hair in it. She don't want to glide through the paper good, so there we go. Oh yeah, she's good. I think that's good enough. Good enough for government work, like I like to say. Like, subscribe, leave a hate comment. Hell, I don't care, but you know, I don't see too many people hand forging knives, or especially a 12-year-old. So yep, this will work. Have a good one.